All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm down here at our little cabin bunkhouse, and I went and picked up a few batteries for the trail cam. I didn't realize I was going to be taking out a mortgage on batteries, but I had to get it done. I picked up some Energizer batteries. Hopefully these will do the trick. I've got two trail cams that we had on another piece of property that we had a few years back. But once my older brother said there that he saw the massive buck, I thought, okay, now I gotta find these trail cams and we're gonna go put them up where he saw the one, and then I'm gonna try and find another spot on the other side of the property to put the other one up. But yeah, this is just, I'm not gonna be doing any hunting today. I'm going to meet the family at Cracker Barrel around 6 o'clock. So I've got 2 hours to do this. So let's hop in the Jeep, ride down to the first location, put the first one up, and then we'll ride down to the other spot and see if we can find a place for the other one. So let's go. My older brother saw the massive buck. So we went walking back into this area right here after we got done cleaning everything up. And there's like a thick wooded area where we saw rubs, just massive giant rubs back in there. So I'm gonna find a really good place to put this trail cam back in there, and hopefully we can get it on camera. The other night when I was on property, I saw another pretty decent sized buck, probably like a tall probably 6 pointer. I didn't really get a good look at it, but I could just tell he was really tall. But let's take this trail cam and sneak our way back down in there and see if we can put it up somewhere, find a good spot to put it up. There's a little path where they've been coming up, where they'll go in that field and then they'll come back into this field, into this clearing. But that rub is just right over here. I mean, they're everywhere. But I think this tree is gonna be a good spot to put the camera. I can hear them walking. Or it might be a squirrel. But I think this tree right here is going to be the best spot to put it. I'm actually going to go probably tomorrow to pick up some corn and just spread it out just so they'll have something to eat. And this will be a good little spot to hunt. this camera put up, and then we'll go down to the other spot and put the other camera up. Alright, so got one down, one more to go. I feel like this is a decent height. It's like waist, a little higher than waist high. So, I don't know. You guys tell me if it needs to be higher or lower. This is probably like the second or third time I've put one up. So, let me know in the comments if that's high enough or low enough. It's a little bit higher than waist high, but I think it should be fine. Alright, so let's turn this thing on. Alright, so got this one working. Should be in a pretty good spot. I'm surprised it works because I think we've had it since 2017. But there were a few little problems in the beginning, but I think we fixed it. I think I fixed it. But it's running. Looks like it's taking pictures, so we're good to go. Let's go to the next location. So I'm at location number 2. I've got this little pond right here, and then there's this little, kind of like a dam right here, and then below the dam, there's a pretty good little open field. But as soon as I started walking to where I was gonna put the trail cam out, I saw one. Sounded like a group of deer that just took off running back down towards towards this little valley. So they're over here. I didn't get to see how big they were, but when we were here the other day, kind of clearing this out a little bit, we saw some massive deer rubs. So I'll show you guys those deer rubs. But let's go ahead and try to find a good place to put this, and I'll show you guys those deer rubs. Hopefully we can kind of sneak up on those deer. Holy crap. That was frogs jumping in the water. Jesus, that scared the crap out of me. Alright. Alright. Let's figure this out. There's a good sized deer rub right there. So that pond is right up there, and then all of this right here is that open field. Then it goes back in the woods, back over here. I saw a little trail that comes out right here, so so I just spooked one right over here. There's a creek right over here also. But I think this is gonna be the perfect place to put this, because it seems like they're hanging out right down here, and there's a little trail kind of off to the side over here that goes back and forth to this opening and then back into the woods over here. So I'm gonna find a tree right over here to put this trail cam up. That one was like just a little buck, nothing big, but yeah, so let's find a good tree over this up, and then we'll kind of leave this alone for the next couple of days and see what we got. Okay, I got that set up. It looks like, hang on, let me show you guys. This rub is really tall, but it's right here at the trail cam. If you look, all of that. All of that has been rubbed. So I feel like it's probably a good spot. I probably messed the spot up just from being over here. But who knows? We'll see. But it looks like that's in a good position. Again, there's a trail running right there, all the way that way, and there's water back over there, like all that way, and then it opens up into this field, and then right up here, just right up from this field, there's that pond that I was showing you guys. So I feel like this is probably a pretty good spot to leave that. Okay, so got trail cam number 2 laid out, ready to go. So we're gonna give it a couple of days, see what it picks up. Hopefully it picks up some pretty interesting stuff. When I was down there, there's already activity down there. As soon as I started walking there, I ran off probably 2 or 3 deer. And then when I was down there, I think I spooked one, just kind of walking around. It was a buck. Wasn't a big buck, but it was a buck. So got that situated, got trail cam 1 situated. So tomorrow the plan is head to Chris's house with the trailer, pick up a pretty decent size deer stand that we had at another property a few years ago. So we're gonna get that, bring it over here. There's 2 big openings that there's one you could see forever, and then the one that's kind of behind us, you can only see just a little bit of it. So I think that's gonna be the perfect spot to put that deer stand. That way it'll give us a little bit of elevation so we can see that back piece of property as well as the other one. So it'll give us a pretty good vantage point for both of those little sections of the property. So yeah, so that's gonna be the video. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and we'll get that deer stand set up, kind of give you guys a little vantage point of what we're looking at, and just kind of take you along for the day. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't, hit the subscribe button and do all the good things like subscribe, comment, give me your opinion. So yeah, so this is gonna be pretty fun, pretty interesting little hunting season. Just kind of bring you guys along, show you guys what we're doing here on the property.